Oh, and we have a wonderful guest who already came in hot. The real hot take about the city of Boston. Oh, the white people love when white people fuck up in Boston because then they get to act like they're not racist and there's no issues in name Maybury. Live from the Andy Griffith Show, but up we got Dan fucking Liebetard. Go ahead, Dan.
Go ahead. What do you mean? Go
about how woke you are.
No, you came on the podcast here. We interrupted you. You were grilling and you didn't want to stop grilling. And now you're on the podcast. And by way of saying hello, I just said that you seemed a little upset today because we had interrupted your grilling and also because the city of Boston had lost the moral high ground after throwing a water bottle at the very end. They had done so well. The bar was so low, Bill. The bar was so low. It was just Kyrie Irving said, please don't say racist or do racist things out loud. Like you could keep them to yourself. And then at the very end, like the game is lost. At the very end, it was everyone almost got out of there safe without any of that making an appearance. And then someone throws a bottle.
What happened? I didn't watch because I didn't watch. I don't like watching those Ocean's 11 basketball teams. Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Matt Damon. We still need another piece. Here comes Don Cheadle. And then they're walking around acting like they're winning championships.
How mad are you?
Why do you know why the guy threw the water bottle? Maybe he threw it because we gave up the team to bring him in and he was all moody and we lost all our momentum and we're still trying to rebuild. What about that aspect of it?
There is that aspect.
There is that aspect of it.
There are plenty of reasons to be mad at Kyrie Irving in Boston that have
No, that's not that. You know something, dude? I want to know where you live. Because I'm not saying Boston isn't fucking racist, but this fucking bullshit that white guys like you try to do, that racism exists only in the South and in Boston, Massachusetts, is a crock of shit. I've been on the road for 30 fucking years, and the fucking shit people have said to me, and because I got my wife, I got to go home to her and all of that shit, I had to learn how to fucking navigate, like knowing the N-word was coming. And that happened to me in every fucking state. Maybe a couple of cities. So don't come at me, Dan, with, Boston. They're making all white people look bad. Get the fuck out of here.
For the record, Dan Levitard's Cuban, and they are way more racist than white people.
Who came at you? Nobody came at you. And I know America's racist. I believe.
Well, then stop with this fucking horse shit that it's like everybody else can fucking do their bullshit, right? And then all of a sudden it's just like, oh my God. How about every time the Lakers win a fucking championship, within 20 minutes, a police car is turned upside down and on fire? What is that an expression of?
Bill,
how well they're being treated out there?
That is not an expression of celebration I have ever understood. We've all come out of
It's because they're being oppressed and they're getting pulled over for nothing and getting the shit kicked out of them. And that's what happens. And then what happens is, once again, they go down there, they're just trying to have a good time because their team won the championship, and then they get this keep it moving fucking vibe that they get every fucking day of their life, and next thing you know, a police car is upside down. So don't fucking come at me with this, Boston again. Get the fuck out of here.
Who came at you with anything, Bill? I was saying hello to you.
You did, with the moral high ground, like your heart was broken.
My heart is not broken from what happened in the Boston Celtics game yesterday. My heart is broken as what happened in America over the last year. We come out of a pandemic, and as soon as we do, we're throwing popcorn at Russell Westbrook, we're spitting on Trae Young, and we're throwing bottles at Kyrie Irving after what we just came out of.
All right, well, in fairness to me, I don't watch the NBA because I think it's fucking rigged. It's cast like a fucking soap opera. I think all they try to do, I'm not saying it's 100% fixed. What I think they try to do is recreate the Showtime Lakers versus the Boston Celtics, which were two teams that were put together because of incredible draft picks and all of that shit. And then they actually passed Major League Baseball in popularity, which was a huge thing back then. That was the national pastime. All the baseball players got all the fucking ad time, and then all of a sudden, all of these basketball players blew up, and then Jordan came in, and it took him to 1998. And then there was just this abyss. Bird Magic era is gone, and Jordan is gone, and the Bulls are gone. Now what do we do? And then instantly, you got the Kobe, Shaq, Phil Jackson Lakers, and that spins it into that's how you win. And then you got LeBron going to Miami, KD going to Celtics with the big three in 2008. Like, that whole thing. And then you had KD going to Golden State.
You started it, Bill. The Celtics started in 2008 with Ray Allen.
No, they didn't. The Lakers did with Kobe, Shaq, and Phil Jackson. None of those guys were Lakers.
The last 10 years were started by Ray Allen and by Danny Ainge and Kevin McHale being friends. And so Garnett and Ray Allen and everybody got together.
Dude, we were sitting there watching the Lakers win championship after championship, just going out like a buffet, buying free agents and winning titles. So Danny's like, okay, I guess that's the game. And then we go out, we buy one They bought their last 6.
Bill, you have to be mad at Danny Ainge. He's had all those draft picks forever.
What are you, Bill Clinton? The way you just sidestepped that?
What part of it do you think I'm sidestepping?
I was just talking about how the Lakers bought their last 6 championships.
You're objecting to the last 10 years of Ocean's 11. You're objecting to
No. I'm saying all the way back to the Kobe Shaq Lakers.
That Shaq went and left Orlando? That Shaq left as a free agent?
I'm talking about just going around and no salary cap, and whoever's got the most money can just buy up all the talent. Look, dude, when I was a kid, it was the best wanted to beat the best. You didn't sit on a yacht with them and then just go join the fucking team and trounce the league. Dude, I always say this shit, dude, even when you were a kid, when you were out on a playground and you're choosing up sides, right? Even as a kid, outdoor recess, if it got too lopsided, you as kids, you were like, wait a minute. Even as kids, you knew where would the satisfaction be.
I like players having the power. There was a general manager arguing in the New Yorker today, an anonymous general manager arguing in the New Yorker that it's ruined the league and it's been the worst thing in the history of professional sports, that he's lost his power to the player. I believe in player empowerment. I like player empowerment. In fact, I'm guessing that if Bill Burr wanted to compete on a comedy stage with an all-star team, he might want to put together a couple of his friends if he had to compete in a whole bunch of places where
terrible analogy. You need a better analogy than that.
So you wouldn't want to work with your friends? That's all I want.
Comedy all-star team, and what I say the setup and I throw the punchline to Bert.
I don't know how a comedy all-star team would work.
I don't know either. And I'm a comedian. That's why I said it wasn't a good analogy.
Okay, I don't know. You don't like performing with your friends? You don't like touring with your friends?
I wouldn't put together me, Bert, and Joe Rogan to go up against a bunch of open micers to see who the best comics in the world were. That's not what I would do. I would want to face off against the best comics.
Okay. Bert, are you still here?
Yeah, guys. Hey.
Sidestepping once again. That was a great analogy. You had nothing.
I don't have anything because I happen to like this, and I think you would like it too if your Celtics were winning the championship because they had the 3 guys.
I hate the 2008 championship. I thought that Kevin Garnett trade should have been investigated. Kevin McHale was in the front office. He gives us Kevin Garnett for nothing.
You started it.
Oh, my God.
The last 12 and 13 years of basketball being dominated by
those draft picks they had all throughout.
I'm gonna jump in, guys.
Kobe was a Charlotte Hornet. Shaq was from the Magic. Phil Jackson is from the Bulls. I mean, it was going right down the buffet table. Adding Robert Horry, all of these guys. Derek Fisher, right down the thing. They didn't draft any of those guys, but okay, we started it. All right.
So I thought what we do is
you had a mobbed up ref. You got the commissioner of the league going, hey, what's your dream finals? He goes, Lakers versus Lakers. I mean, what am I watching here? How many guys do you have to see? Did you see what's his face? Chris Paul going, I don't know what's with this ref, man. I've lost 11 times in a row with this guy. And everybody's just like, sour grapes. People don't remember the mobbed up ref. They give him the Oswald treatment. Oh, that was just one guy. Kevin Garnett, literally when he was on Brooklyn, goes, yeah, we didn't fit the script that year for the NBA. These are actual sound bites.
The mobbed up ref is a true and famously funny thing, unless you're the NBA.
I don't think it's funny. I think the thing about basketball. The thing about basketball is it's the most easiest rigged game there is. It's the only game where the official can take the Tom Brady, the Derek Jeter out of the game. All I got to do, Dan, is give you 2 quick fouls. You're on the fucking bench. I give you another one. I'm not going to see you until the third quarter. They can use the out of bounds line. I mean, all right, if you want to sit there, okay. But maybe, I don't know.
The best part about it too is that they somehow convinced people that was a rogue development, that was just one guy and that there's not anybody else doing that.
That was my favorite thing ever, because I'm sitting there going, if you're an officiating crew with me, Dan, right? And all of a sudden I start shaving points or whatever the hell I'm doing. How long is it going to take you to figure that out? I just love that there was other guys in the officiating group, and somehow they had no idea that he was doing it. I'm going to guess I'm never going to get offered to come to an NBA game after this one.
So what's great, guys, is I thought we could get together and talk about Dan's journey and then maybe a little bit about sports. I want to pivot on the sports thing.
I was up for that, but before we started, he came at me with the whole, Boston, God.
That is not how I sounded, Bert. Look, I need you to be fair.
It's exactly what you did. You lit the fucking fuse, and now you're going to play the victim like some chick on a Real Housewife show. All right, go ahead, do that. Press charges. Shout out to the Real Housewives of Potomac. All I did was come on here to talk basketball. No, you didn't.
I didn't actually.
No, you did. You know what you're doing, and you're saying the Celtics are the first fucking pylon team. You're saying Boston's the fuck. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. It's great, and I took the fucking bait. So good on you.